What was the reaction after your last appearance here?
To be honest, it was very, very mixed. Online, Charlie got quite a lot of negative, hateful comments. I sat by the phone and got nothing.
Really?
It was quite odd because I was actually geared up for like the worst of the worst of the worst coming through and nothing.
And why do you think that one? Why do you think you carried the brunt of it?
To be honest, I don't know. But basically, when I was reading through some of the comments on social media and things, it was actually really centred around myself and our son.
Right.
So literally they'd attack me for how I looked, attacked me for the choices I made personally, and then they'd actually attacked my son.
Yeah.
Saying that he was basically going to be a serial killer when he grew up. He had serial killer eyes. He was going to grow up to be another Ed Gein. I actually had
Just explain how old he was at the time.
4. He was 4 years old when adults found it acceptable to go online and attack a child, an innocent child. We've not told him anything about this. We're not prepared to show him
Absolutely
that side.
not, neither should you.
We showed him the photos. We showed him that he was on TV with the photos and things. We showed him that he was in the papers. He thought it was fun.
Well, when you were talking then, you were saying that you were raising him as gender neutral, and it really up to him to kind of choose his way forward in this life. He is starting to identify himself as him, which is why we are calling him that today. So how does he feel about this? He's getting older, he's at school, he's got friends. His friends know, as children are very accepting of all these things, unsurprisingly. They're not sort of, you know, they're young enough to kind of just be more open-minded than a lot of other people out there. How is life for him now?
It's
really good for him, actually.
Yeah.
He's very open, he's very opinionated. If someone says or does anything that he doesn't like, he will let you know, however colourful it may be. The joys of schools and the different people that go on, what people find acceptable as language and that. But
what does it mean in your house for him to be, and he's 5 now, isn't he?
Yes.
To be gender neutral? How does that manifest itself?
it's basically happy, safe, secure. Yeah. Are you happy? Are you safe? And are you secure? When it comes to Christmas, we get him. Can he wear it? Can he read it? Can he read it? Can he play with it? We get him his clothes, we get him his books, and then we get him his toys. And 9 times out of 10, we ask him what idea he wants, like, for Christmas and that. And we usually rate his YouTube playlist for the toy reviews. And then we get a general idea because it's a case of you ask him what he wants and...
Like any child at Christmas.
You'll end up buying the whole toy store.
Right.
So it's kind
But there's
of like...
no sort of like restriction on it.
Yeah.
If he says that he wants, say like, he says he wants a pink bike, not a problem. He wants a Batman scooter.
It's that freedom of choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all it is that you want for your child.
Where are you in the process now? What's your
in
thought
the next
process?
couple of months, looking for the surgery. Yeah.
And you've worked hard for this surgery, haven't you?
Yes.
Because to make sure, I mean, like you said there, it's almost like getting everything in a row, really, and ready to go. You have to make sure your head's right. You have to make sure you're in a relationship, that you feel good and everything's good and you are there. And also, what you've achieved with your body to make sure that you are safe. I mean, you've lost a considerable amount of weight, haven't you?
Yes, 16 and a half stone.
Wow.
Most people go, well, you went through the bariatric surgery. The surgery did it for you. Not necessarily. The surgery is more of like a gateway thing. It's a tool. Because I've seen quite a lot of people that went through at the same time as me and hasn't lost that much weight. Or they've lost the weight and they've gained the weight back on because of their relationship with food hasn't been that very good, because at the beginning you go through the surgery, you're on a lot of painkillers, you're drinking fluids like water, tea, like cold tea and that. Then you go through like a liquid phase, and then basically it's like the adult version of weaning again.
Yeah.
You go through the baby stages.
Charlie, for you, because you will have your own process that you... Whereabouts are you with your one?
I have just become on the waiting list for the gender clinic.
Yeah.
I've got about 13 months for initial appointment, and then I'm not sure after that, because it's literally up to the doctors.
Right. And what about Star?
Star,
What's his thoughts on this process at home?
This is quite the funny part. He's got a 5-year-old's understanding. He knows that Mummy's going to a special doctor, and the doctor's going to take her ducky away.
Which is what he calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we told Star that it may be in the next couple of months, he looks at Louise and went, "You're going to be away for a week. Bring me back a present."
Oh.
And then he looks at me and he goes, because we kind of sat down and said, "Look, this is going to happen to Mummy and this is going to happen to Daddy." And he turns around to me and went, "You're going to get a ducky and you're going to be able to stand up and wee. And I'm not going to be the only one." So he's got a 5-year-old's understanding.
Yeah.
And for him, it's been all his life, because he's always seen me as Daddy.
Of course.
He chose me as Daddy.